Are you ready?
Go for it.
Oh my gosh, that is crazy. That is amazing, dude. I love this. Hey prank family, welcome back to Protective Dad Pranks. That's a lot of P's, that's really hard to get out. My name is Jason with Front Seat Driver. Today I am about to pull in at Steve's house and he's got something really exciting to show me. He's done a really big makeover in his garage. I have yet to see it, so I'm looking forward to coming over here and checking it out. So let's get in there and see what it looks like.
Okay, Jason is just outside, and right behind me is a secret I've been hiding from him for the last couple weeks. What started out as a simple conversation between Jason and I about having a cool place to do YouTube videos quickly changed into a Corvette themed garage makeover. Now, most of you that subscribe to me know what this garage used to look like, so you can appreciate those changes. And none of this can be made possible without today's sponsor, Bill from Enthusiworks. When I first thought out and I did some research on how I wanted to do this garage makeover, I found this company called Enthusiworks, and they made these Corvette letters. I ordered these letters, installed them, and shot the owner, Bill, a photo, and he loved it so much, he decided to sponsor me with this Corvette logo. And at the end of this video, at this minute mark, you can find out how I installed them and the process it took. But first, let's go see what Jason thinks when he opens the door and sees this location for the very first time.
Are you ready?
Go for it.
Oh my gosh, that is crazy. That is amazing, dude. I love this.
Okay guys, if you like this video, my buddy Front Seat Driver, and I just screwed up. If you like this video, please give a like and subscribe to Front Seat. I'm not Front Seat Driver. That's gonna wind up. That's gonna wind up in the. I can't remember my own name.
You should be recording all this shit.
I am. I'm putting the bloopers.
Yes, you should.
If you like this video, please give a like and subscribe to Protective Dad Pranks and my man Front Seat Driver. And so, what do you think about this?
I'll be honest with you, it turned out better than I could have expected, man. Boom, my mind is blown. I'm not even kidding. Fantastic.
Well, I appreciate
Amazing.
it.
But I will say, I still feel like we need another episode of Corvettes, coffee, and installs. And I think we need to set that up right now.
Oh yeah. Peace. One of the very first comments I get when people come into this garage is how cool the Corvette letters look standing off the wall. Now this was a very easy installation method, and let me show you. These letters stand off the wall about 3/4 of an inch. Now there's different ways to install these letters, from self-adhesive tape to glue, but what I found to be the best and easiest installation method is using simple magnets. And what I love about the magnet method is that it allows for height adjustment, and even better, when you do an install on the wall, it allows for micro adjustments. So let me show you what you need to go out and purchase and how to install these Corvette letters so you too can have a showroom dealership look at your home. To complete this installation, you're going to need 5 things. All the items you see here can be found at either Lowe's or your local Home Depot. If you're looking to purchase these specific items, I bought them all at Lowe's. To begin, you're going to need a good 1-inch drywall screw, some 3/4-inch magnets. Now when you're talking about magnets, how many you need will be determined by how many you place on the back of your letters or your logo. For instance, today we're going to be doing the Corvette logo installation, and I've determined that I'm going to need 6 placements of magnets. Now if I want to get a good shadow effect, like you saw on the Corvette letters, I'd have to use 2 extra magnets per placement. So that's a total of 18 total magnets. Next, some Scotch mounting tape. I prefer this 30-pound mounting tape over the Gorilla Tape. It just seems to adhere better. But quite honestly, you probably could get away with regular double-sided tape because these letters and logos aren't very heavy. Some epoxy, either the 1-minute to 5-minute cure time, and then a combination of screws and washers. Now when I first did the black letter, the black screws for the Corvette letters, I used these specific M8 by 24 and the 9 by 34 Hillman screws. Now the Hillman screw is actually already black, and I painted the washers with some flat black paint before installation. Now today, I'm going to be using the 1-inch drywall screw and these 1/4 by 1-inch Hillman washer. These are fender washers. Now, what I did before I did any kind of screw here, I actually went in here and I did a little bit of countersinking by drilling out just enough so that the screw head remains flush. Now you want a flush screw washer combination so that the magnets will actually stick to the actual washer, not the screw itself. This is the C7 Corvette emblem from Enthusiworks. And when you first get their logos or their lettering, they all come protected by this plastic coating. This is actually the part that you're going to see the brushed steel. It's got a protective coating on it, as well as the back. Now, I've already removed the back plastic for the sake of this video because we're going to prep this logo to mount later on in this video. So the first thing we're going to do is grab a magnet, and I'm just going to mount one right now for the sake of this video. And one thing I did not mention is the need for some blue painter's tape, or pretty much any tape, but I love this stuff. And the reason why is what I've noticed that when I go to epoxy the magnets, I'll put some epoxy down, I'll put the magnet down, and for some reason gravity kind of moves it around. So this just kind of keeps it in place for a little bit until you get it, until it like sets up. So let's grab the epoxy. And I've already previously used this from my other video, or my other install. And I love this pre-mix. This is one you would want. Definitely get the instant mix just because it's a lot easier. So very first thing, I'm gonna put a little bit of epoxy down here on the bottom. Come on, here it goes. Just gonna put, it doesn't take very much, honestly. You're gonna put, I mean, just like this. This is all it takes. And then we're gonna put a magnet on here. And I can see how it spreads out. That's why you don't need a whole bunch. And we'll take a little bit of this blue painter's tape. And we'll set it over top of it. And we'll just let it give it some time to set up and cure. Next, you're gonna need your double face tape, your washers, and about a 2-inch by 2-inch piece of paper. And I'll explain why you need that here in a few minutes. And it's basically to use for installation purposes. But the first step you're gonna do is grab your double face tape and a washer and just put a piece of double face tape on the back of the washer. And I just like to take a pair of scissors and round off the extra tape. Just make it look cleaner. And once you have your tape on the back of the washer, you're gonna take a piece of paper and you're gonna stick this piece of paper on top of the magnet and then add the washer to it. And what this does, it creates a small little barrier for installation. What we're gonna do is we're gonna go to the wall, we're gonna peel all the backings off of the double face tape, and we're gonna position the logo or the letters, and we're gonna press against the wall. And what this little piece of paper does is when you go ahead to remove the emblem, the piece of paper is going to help it come off easier, and then you're going to have the little washers all over the wall. And all you do is take your screw, tighten your screw into the hole, and that little screw kind of helps keep the washer against the wall. So let's go ahead and go to the wall and we'll go ahead and install it. Okay, so earlier I went ahead and I masked off exactly where the logo is going to go, and then we have our finished logo with the washers and the double face tape and along with the piece of paper. And what we're going to do is we're going to go and we're just going to line up this logo where I taped it earlier. And it doesn't have to be completely perfect because of that micro adjustments that the washers do, but the center is better. So we're just going to go ahead, get a little pressure, see if a piece of paper already fell out. And then now we have this logo set up here. What we'll do is we'll just pull off, and look, there you go. There's all your washers. So installing these screws are pretty easy. You're not doing really doing anything other than just kind of holding this washer to the wall. So once you start screwing these washers down, it gets close to the edge, you're gonna feel it kind of like give a little bit, and you can just stop. You don't have to put a lot of pressure on there. It'll hold. Now the final step you want to do before you officially mount this logo or the lettering to the wall is add your extra magnets. Now in my case, what you've been seeing the whole time is a total of 3 magnets, 3/4 inch gap. If you want to go 4, you could go you put about an inch gap in there, but it's pretty easy. You just line up your magnet, get nice and straight, just like that, and you're just adding them, and that creates that great offset. Okay, we finished up and added all the screws to the washers. And note, this would be the time you would want to paint the washers to match the wall if you're concerned with them showing. Or if you do like I did with the black stripe, I actually spray painted the washers prior to installation. We also added the extra magnets to the logo, and that's going to give that shadow effect. And then we went ahead and I also removed the protective covering of the logo. So let's go ahead, install this, and see how it looks. One thing I love about this installation method is that micro adjustment part. You know, you get these magnets up here, I'm gonna click. And they just, first of all, the logo just sticks. But the great part is this allows for any kind of micro adjustments, and you don't have to worry about it being so perfectly straight. And there you go. The logo from Enthusiworks installed.